As the first rays of sunlight spread across the beautiful city of Karachi, the streets slowly came to life. Cars filled the roads, motorcycles rushed toward their destinations, buses carried tired workers, and countless people stepped out with dreams of building a better future. Every face carried a different story. Some were chasing success, while others were simply trying to survive another day. Among the millions living in this busy city was a young man named Ahmed, whose life was about to change forever in a way he never imagined. Every morning, before the city was fully awake, Ahmed left his small apartment with one goal in mind: to earn an honest living. Wearing his red delivery jacket and carrying his delivery bag, he started his motorcycle with determination. Life had never been easy for him, but he believed that hard work, patience, and honesty would one day change his destiny.
Before leaving, Ahmed always visited his elderly mother. She gently placed her hands in prayer and asked Allah to protect her son wherever he went. Ahmed respectfully kissed her hand and smiled. Her prayers were his greatest strength, giving him the courage to face every challenge that life placed before him. The roads of Karachi were crowded as usual. Buses, motorcycles, street vendors, and impatient drivers filled every corner of the city. Yet Ahmed remained calm and focused. He never rushed carelessly, because he believed that reaching home safely was more important than reaching a customer a few minutes earlier. Suddenly, Ahmed's phone displayed a new delivery request. It was an expensive order from one of the city's most luxurious neighborhoods. A small smile appeared on his face. He hoped that this customer might leave a generous tip, which would help him buy medicine for his sick mother. Ahmed carefully collected the freshly prepared food from the restaurant. He checked the order twice to make sure everything was perfect. He believed that even the smallest job deserved honesty, responsibility, and respect. Every satisfied customer brought him one step closer to achieving his dreams. As Ahmed rode toward the luxury neighborhood, everything around him looked different. Wide roads, beautiful houses, expensive cars, and perfectly maintained gardens reflected a world far away from the life he lived. But instead of feeling jealous, Ahmed felt inspired. He believed that hard work could change anyone's future. Finally, Ahmed arrived in front of a magnificent mansion. The enormous gate, luxury cars, and elegant architecture clearly showed the wealth of the people living inside. Taking a deep breath, Ahmed adjusted the food package in his hands and walked toward the entrance with confidence and respect. Standing at the grand entrance, Ahmed politely pressed the doorbell while holding the delivery package with great care. Although he had delivered food to many homes before, something about this place made him feel slightly nervous. Still, he remained patient, waiting respectfully for the door to open. The door slowly opened, revealing a wealthy businessman dressed in an expensive suit. Instead of greeting Ahmed with kindness, he looked at him with cold eyes and an arrogant expression. Ahmed politely handed over the food, unaware that this simple delivery was about to change both of their lives forever. The wealthy businessman looked at Ahmed with contempt and pointed at him with a mocking smile. "People like you spend their entire lives serving others," he said proudly. His words were sharp and hurtful, but Ahmed didn't argue or lose his temper. He simply lowered his head, remained respectful, and quietly handed over the food. He knew that true dignity comes from character, not from wealth. As Ahmed walked away from the mansion, tears slowly filled his eyes. The rich man's words echoed in his mind, but he refused to let them break his spirit. He wiped away his tears, took a deep breath, and looked toward the horizon. Deep inside, Ahmed made a silent promise to himself. One day he would prove that honesty, hard work, and kindness are far more valuable than money or pride. Ahmed rode silently through the crowded streets of Karachi. The painful words of the wealthy businessman echoed in his mind, but instead of giving up, they made him even stronger. He wiped away his tears and reminded himself that every hardship was preparing him for something greater. When Ahmed reached home, He didn't let his mother see the pain hidden inside his heart. He greeted her with a warm smile, pretending that everything was fine. To him, his mother's happiness was more important than his own sadness. Ahmed gently gave his mother her medicine and served her dinner with love and care. Watching her smile gave him peace. At that moment, he realized that no amount of money could ever replace the blessing of a mother's prayers and unconditional love. When Ahmed reached home, he didn't let his mother see the pain hidden inside his heart. He greeted her with a warm smile, pretending that everything was fine. To him, his mother's happiness was more important than his own sadness. Dark clouds covered the sky as heavy rain began to fall. The businessman continued driving through the slippery streets, unaware that danger was waiting just ahead. Sometimes life changes in a single unexpected moment. Suddenly, everything happened within seconds. The luxury SUV lost control and crashed violently into a roadside barrier. The sound of the impact echoed through the street as smoke rose from the damaged vehicle. People quickly gathered around the accident. Instead of helping the injured man, many simply pulled out their phones and started recording videos. Everyone watched, but very few were willing to take action. As Ahmed was passing by, he noticed the terrible accident. Without thinking about who was inside the vehicle, he immediately stopped his motorcycle and rushed toward the wreckage. For Ahmed, saving a life was far more important than anything else. Ahmed carefully opened the damaged door and helped the injured man out of the SUV. To his surprise, he recognized the same wealthy businessman who had insulted him just hours earlier. Yet, Ahmed showed no anger. He checked his condition and immediately called for an ambulance, proving that kindness is strongest when it is shown to those who least deserve it. Within minutes, the ambulance arrived. The paramedics quickly placed the injured businessman onto a stretcher, while Ahmed stayed by his side, making sure he received the help he needed. His compassion spoke louder than any words ever could. Hours later, inside the hospital, the businessman slowly opened his eyes. The first person he saw, standing quietly beside his bed, was Ahmed. In that moment, guilt and regret filled his heart as he remembered the cruel words he had spoken. With tears in his eyes, the wealthy businessman sincerely apologized to Ahmed. He realized that true greatness is measured not by wealth or status, but by kindness, humility, and character. Ahmed smiled, accepted the apology, and forgave him without hesitation. Sometimes forgiveness is the greatest victory of all. Inside the hospital, doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to save the businessman's life. Every second was critical. Outside the emergency room, Ahmed waited quietly, his hands folded in prayer. Despite everything that had happened, he hoped the man would survive. Ahmed believed that showing kindness to someone in need is never a mistake, even if that person once treated you unfairly. Slowly, the businessman opened his eyes. Everything around him felt unfamiliar. As his vision became clear, he noticed Ahmed standing quietly beside his hospital bed with a humble smile. Shock filled his face. The very person he had insulted and humiliated had stayed by his side when he needed help the most. At that moment, he realized that true wealth is not measured by money, but by the kindness and humanity in a person's heart. With tears streaming down his face, the wealthy businessman looked at Ahmed and said, "I'm truly sorry. I judged you by your job, not by your heart." He remembered every hurtful word he had spoken at the mansion and felt deeply ashamed. Ahmed smiled gently and accepted the apology without anger. In that moment, the businessman learned a lesson he would never forget. True respect is earned through kindness, not wealth. The wealthy businessman could no longer hold back his tears. Sitting on the hospital bed, he looked into Ahmed's eyes and said, "Please forgive me. I was blinded by my pride and judged you without knowing your true character." Ahmed smiled warmly and replied, "We all make mistakes. What truly matters is learning from them." At that moment, both men realized that forgiveness has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. The businessman reached out and shook Ahmed's hand with deep respect. Looking into his eyes, he said, "From this day forward, you are not alone. I will stand by you and your family, just as you stood by me when I needed someone the most." Ahmed smiled with humility, knowing that true kindness never goes to waste. That single act of compassion had not only saved a life, it had transformed 2 lives forever. As the sun rose over Karachi once again, Ahmed walked out of the hospital with a hopeful smile on his face. The same city, the same roads, but a completely different future awaited him. He had proven that true strength lies in kindness, honesty, and compassion. Sometimes a single act of humanity can change a person's destiny forever. Remember, never judge someone by their appearance or profession, because every person carries a story that deserves respect. As the sun rose over Karachi once again, Ahmed walked out of the hospital with a hopeful smile on his face. The same city, the same roads, but a completely different future awaited him. He had proven that true strength lies in kindness, honesty, and compassion. Sometimes a single act of humanity can change a person's destiny forever. Remember, never judge someone by their appearance or profession, because every person carries a story that deserves respect.
For the first time in a long while, Ahmed walked into the pharmacy with a smile on his face. He was finally able to buy all the medicines his sick mother needed without worrying about the cost. As the pharmacist handed him the medicine bag, Ahmed felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. At that moment, he realized that every sacrifice, every hardship, and every act of kindness had led him to this beautiful day. Seeing his mother healthy again was the greatest reward he could ever ask for. Ahmed's mother was finally recovering, and the smile on her face was brighter than ever. Sitting beside her, Ahmed gently held her hand, grateful that he could now give her the care she deserved. Every struggle, every sacrifice, and every painful moment had been worth it. Seeing his mother healthy and proud of him filled his heart with happiness. At that moment, Ahmed realized that true success is not measured by wealth, but by the smiles of the people we love.